EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the New York Jets. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Right there inside. 54, right there. 54 miles. Here we go.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Darnold from the gun. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You.
They'll give this to Bell running right. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this.
That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He was brought down by Brandon Copeland.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch time.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Just like that.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, Zeke with a quick feet. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Here we go. 57. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. 26. 56.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Elliott. No, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. There he goes right side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here.
That's the
13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a second down coming up. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. Darryl Roberts right there on the coverage. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott from the gun. Cooper's got it. There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 87 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 41, Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. After the sack on first down, Darnold, that's complete. It's Bell. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Now it's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Here's Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Darnold. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
At the 47-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Let's make these babies win.
Prescott. Caught by Cobb. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Intended that time for Cooper, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We're going to 54. Hey, check. 3 down.
And again, it's Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full street. Mike 55,
A final shot before the break, Darnold. And Thomas has it.
Oh, yeah!
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go to Elliott again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive one of quarter three.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He'll return it from the 6. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
17-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Faking the give, Darnold. They'll rifle this one deep right side. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Here we go. 57. Let's go.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Out, out, out. 3 down. 3 down. Out, out. Watch the edge.
26. He's crazy. We're going to 54. Why 26.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
57. Mike, 57. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 26. 26.
They keep on the ground with Elliott, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
57 to Mike. I can't believe they let you play.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. Well done from a safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's the strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game, almost an extra linebacker, and he relishes the opportunities to put a big hit on a runner.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Check it back. Check it back.
We're going to 54. Why 26. 26.
Prescott to throw it. He's going to sling this deep down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All right.
Throwing on second down. Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Right there. 54.
Hey, Charlie.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Prescott. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. Flush to his right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's where this crowd can really help make things difficult. It's 3rd and 3. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. He finds an opening past the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a jet first down.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Darnold down to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Heck of a 4th and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards. Darnold now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Thomas has got it. Complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check. Check three. 26.
They'll run it with Elliott. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Cannon. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Now Bell. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Now Bell. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Cowboys' 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, this is Cannon. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
Hey, watch that. Check right 54. Right 54. Here we go.
Here's Bell. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to almost certainly win the football game. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? In the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
We're going to sack. 55. Okay, double up.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some room to maneuver.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So it's a victory here